Sergey's back, doing a Transformer review. I apologize for being away, but if you can't really tell, I've been ill for a while. As you can tell, one of my side of my face is still a bit swollen. I got a jaw infection which ran from here all the way around there, and pretty much my jaw was out here at one point. So I haven't been very well. So I do apologize. The reason it says G1 KO Broadside is because the Broadside I'll be reviewing is a knockoff, and the reason it's a knockoff is because, and slightly different from me, usually I review toys I like. In this case, this is a G1 toy I despise, and this is the only way I will ever own a G1 Broadside, primarily because I'll show you in the figure review, but I don't like the toy. So moving swiftly on to his bio, Broadside he comes in season 3. He has a few bit parts in season 3. He is a triple changer, and his two alt modes are an aircraft carrier and a fighter jet. But with Broadside, he must be the most unluckiest Autobot going, because for one thing he's scared of heights, so he hates flying in jet mode, and the second thing is, due to an unstable gyro circuit, he gets the Cybertronian equivalent of seasickness whenever he's on an unstable mass, i.e. the ocean. So when he's even in aircraft carrier mode, he feels queasy all the time. So pretty much he likes to spend most of his time in robot mode. In the actual cartoon show, though, they never really followed this part of his bio up. Broadside is pretty much just a fighter. But in season 3, which is currently named the worst episode, Carnage in C Minor, which Broadside does play a major role, Broadside does come up with the greatest way of dealing with Devastator. He just basically flies above him and transforms into his aircraft carrier and just crushes him, which really made me laugh, because they're just fighting on a planet and all of a sudden Devastator's walking along and the ship folds on him. I always laugh my ass off at that part. But other than that, he didn't really have much more of a basic role. One big thing with Broadside is he's one of them continuity errors in season 3 where sometimes he's just as tall as everybody else, and sometimes he's like the size of Skyfire or Omega Supreme. They could never really decide just how big Broadside is supposed to be. In comic books terms, Broadside suffers the same problem, because Broadside has inside himself the same technology Soundwave and Blaster have, which is the fact that he has the ability to increase his mass and decrease his mass given to his transformation. So when he transforms into his aircraft carrier mode, he transforms almost 100 times bigger than his actual mass. Therefore he can carry, and he serves sort of as a sort of ferry service when the Autobots need to get somewhere and Skyfire or Omega Supreme ain't around to give him a lift. Okay, so that's a bit of his bio. Like I said, there isn't really much on Broadside. The first time you sort of see him is in the comic books anyway, is in Target 2010, when he appears with Springer and I can't remember his name now. Oh, Sandstorm. When he meets the Wreckers. But other than that, not much to him. Okay, so done that. So now onto this piece of garbage, which was the figure. Okay, so here is the figure. Like I said, it is a knockoff. So apart from his stickers and he having no die-cast metal parts, other than that, it's pretty much what you'd get if you actually got yourself on an actual G1 Broadside. And there isn't an awful lot to show you on this guy. This is his aircraft carrier mode, which strangely enough is actually, me personally, is my favourite mode to have him in. But he doesn't really hide anything really that much. You can see his arms plainly, you can see the fins. He does have quite a nice landing deck. Like I said, it's a knockoff, so it's the stickers on this thing are totally wrong. And the other thing to notice is this is spring-loaded. It's supposed to be kept in but unfortunately on the knockoff it just keeps springing out. He does have some rear engines. Like I said, it's just pretty much a hunk of plastic, compared to the other triple changers. At least they had some play value, This is just it's an aircraft carrier, there's not much, there's no real ultra detailing on it, it's just a big plain piece of plastic. Moving swiftly on, like I said, there's not much to show you on this thing. To change in the jet mode, we fold this down, we fold the front up, we flip it. The front panels come over, reveal the wings. We rotate these back fins, and we fold up them. And there's his jet mode. Like I said, if this was a knockoff, that would have sprung up during this mode. It does it alright. I do like the detailing, you've got a nice two-seater cockpit there. In the actual official G1, he also would have had bombs that would have clipped under. But I don't kind of like this. These rear fins should be there. It just doesn't really. The overall look just looks really. It's okay, but there are so many better jets in Transformers. He really looks like a simplistic jet mode to me. But, also the landing gear doesn't recoil in the slightest, and you can, the cockpit just sticks there. Oh, I don't know. Okay, onto robot mode, which again isn't that simple. We just close the wings. I fold the fins back under. Hold him up. Let's pivot the camera up a bit. We pull out the arms that come out the side, and we pull this back to reveal the head. And that is Broadside in robot mode. Again, not much to it. No head articulation. He's got elbows, and even the original G1, this is all you're looking at. He's just a hunk of plastic. I do like the head sculpt, I will admit. Head sculpt on this thing's pretty nice. Of course, it would look nicer if it had its die-cast metal parts, and the stickers on this thing are absolutely horrendous. But, it's just a big chunk of plastic. And considering what they did with the G1 triple changers, this by far is the worst triple changer out of everything. There's no triple changer that holds a candle to Broadside in crappiness, in my opinion. He did have he could hold a missile as a sort of gun, and he also had this big ass axe, which it did come with this figure, but I can't find it to save my life this morning. I know this has been a quick review, but like I said, there's nothing really to show you on this thing. It's just a hunk of plastic, and I really detest this thing. So would I recommend this? No. Unless you're a real hardcore fan, then you'll like it. But other than that, trust me, buy something else. Buy a Throttlebot. Buy I don't know, one of the Sparkcoms, or I don't know, just anything else. But don't get Broadside. He's just not worth it. Especially the prices. Some of the prices I've seen him go for is ridiculous. But that's my point of view. So this has been Sajay's doing a quickie review with the piece of crap which is G1 knockoff Broadside. Saying have a good day, have a good evening, whatever the time is. Make sure you're having a good one, and I'll catch you later.
Hey, what's that noise?